Hello, hello, test 1 2. Doing a sound check. Looking for a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear me okay before we get started. Test 1 2. We're getting started in just a moment. Looking for a sound test, sound check. Confirmation. Good morning, Jessica. Is it snowing out your way? Can you hear me okay? All right, so a little update on our situation. We left Florida yesterday, right? Yesterday morning we left Florida and we stopped in Murfreesboro, Tennessee last night. Just stayed overnight, and today we're heading. We're going to spend the day in Clarksville, Tennessee. I've got some work to do, and then we're going to surprise our youngest daughter, Janelle. Jessica, don't tell her. By being in her driveway when she gets home from work in Murray, Kentucky. We'll stay there over the weekend before we continue our journey towards St. Louis. And I think we're going to. Right now, the plan is to stop Sunday night in Poplar Bluff and meet Aaron Jemison face to face before he heads north to Iowa. So he's been a big supporter of us. So we'd like to see him before he heads north. So excuse the bouncing of the video. Chris is driving, and I'm going to do the Mad Gab session while we're driving. Wasn't really the plan when we scheduled it. It's been one of those crazy weeks. A couple of things we'll talk about before we get some more people on to start the Mad Gab session. If you do have a headset and you would like to talk about a topic or tell us about a channel, your channel, what you like to focus on, what your content is, maybe a charitable cause that you support, feel free to have your headset ready and we will post a link for you to come in and join us. Another thing that we like to promote is our favorite charities. So our favorite charities are listed on our website. We also have a podcast series now that you can check out on our website as well, where you can learn a little bit more about those charities that we enjoy supporting on our travels. While we're on that topic, here's the link to our podcasts. So if you have a drive coming up or you're just bored in quarantine at home, or I think we saw an ad that said alone together. So I think these live sessions where people are not going out are going to hopefully help people through however long this lasts. And podcasts are another way to be entertained either while you're driving or just at home trying to pass some time. Last announcement here before we start our first game. This Sunday we'll be having a premiere video. We invite you to come and chat along with us. We will be on there answering questions, maybe commenting on some of the content that we share in the video. This video is going to be a little bit different than most of our videos, or it's going to be more family oriented, more like a family movie, so that you can get to know us, our extended family, and then also chat with other YouTube channels that are there and get to know our extended YouTube family as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the Mad Gab session this morning. Now, hopefully everyone knows how to play. There are some other There's some other sessions that we've done on there that if you're not sure how to play and you want to watch those for a few minutes to learn how, that might be helpful. Otherwise, you can just play along and watch here, and you'll probably catch on fairly quickly. Yes, and just so we are tonight as well. I may have my one or two microphones. The first game of the morning. Again, the concept here is a sentence that doesn't really make sense, and it's going to bounce around a little bit this morning because I'm driving. Hopefully, that won't cause problems. Well, I'm not driving; I'm writing. And you basically sound it out until you get the answer. Sorry, as I said, we're driving, so if we're breaking up a little bit, hopefully the internet will stabilize. And there we have the answer. Allow me to buy you a drink. That is the correct answer for Henry Does It. And every answer that you get correctly first is worth 10 points. And at the end of the month, we will add up all those points. Whoever has the highest point total will win $100. Second place will win $50. Third place will win $25. Let me get down those points for the last one. And we'll go right to the next game. Here's the next puzzle. Read it fast, read it slow, read it in different ways, maybe different accents. Who knows? You're looking for what this odd saying is actually trying to say. In this case, it's a thing, I guess you could say. Something you might find in Las Vegas. I think most of the casinos and hotels, I don't know if the hotels are shut down or if it's just the casinos in Las Vegas. Adult entertainment, that is correct. Another 10 points for Henry Does It. Next puzzle coming right up. Try to sound the puzzle out. Am I still having technical difficulties? How's my audio? Home mortgage, that is correct. Anyone else on? We had not a big crowd. We have 4 on earlier. It looks like we've got 3 on at the moment. All right. Let me see if there's any other topics we want to cover while we see if we can get a few other players in here this morning. We recently visited a town, well, actually not recently, I guess it was last fall on our way back from the West Coast. We visited Pawhuska, Oklahoma. We rode our motorcycles around there and visited a lot of the Reed Drummond businesses there, the restaurants, the mercantile, bakery, coffee shop. And we tried all different types of the food. We tried some of the pizza. We tried, Chris went and picked up breakfast. Did we get the biscuits and gravy or just the cinnamon roll? No, they don't do carryouts. They don't do carryouts or breakfast. So she got got a cinnamon roll that you can buy, but they don't carry out to the biscuits gravy, which we wanted to try. So we'll have to do that next time. Yeah, they don't do carry out breakfast because they're too busy. But we did carry out for dinner, and it was fantastic. And the cinnamon roll was fantastic. The pizza, yeah. What's that? The steak. Yeah, we got a steak, and it was delicious. So if you get a chance to go through Pawhuska, Oklahoma, um, I would highly recommend it. I think you could spend a day or two there and have a great time, especially if you want to ride motorcycles or go through some of the nature. There's some nature areas nearby that we didn't really get to explore that much. And then the town, you could probably spend most of the day in the town doing some shopping right down there. It's a small railroad western town, and it's kind of revitalized because of the Drummond family. You got your headset, Jessica? All right, so let's try another game. See if we get some players in here now. Here's the next game. We're looking for what this sentence is actually trying to say. So you want to sound it out, say it fast, and then if it sounds like something, type that into the comment window, chat window. And if you're the first one, you will get 10 points. Those points add up, and at the end of the month, we get a first prize for the most points, $100, $100 gift card. For the second place is $50, third place is $25. This is a place. Hello, Endless RVing. Thanks for coming in, MJ. I understand work. I'll have to go to work here in just a second as well. We're on the road, so we were having some technical difficulties earlier. We're trying to squeeze this one in, even though we're traveling. Good answer. Wichita, Kansas. 10 points for Endless RVing. You guys are on the board. That's the first one. We're going to have another session tonight if you guys are available. Skip right to our next puzzle here. All right, here's the next puzzle. Might be a little bit more difficult. Sometimes the ones I think are difficult are easy, and sometimes the ones I think might be easy take a little while. So you just never know. It kind of depends on each person's ears and what they hear when they read it out loud. I really enjoyed the live session you guys had last night, MJ. I think I only caught about the last 30 minutes of it, But Matt's awesome. Very, very knowledgeable guy in the industry, of course. Yeah, USS Enterprise. Did you stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night? Maybe that's why you're why you're getting them all this morning. All right, let's just jump to another puzzle here. Sorry for the bouncing. I'm in the passenger seat. The roads are a little bit rough here. Our interstates could definitely use some work across the U.S. If you've been traveling in an RV, you know it more than anybody else when the road is bumpy. RVs and motorcycles, I guess. We stay off the interstates on our motorcycles for the most part. This is a saying, and it looks like Henry does it has it. I have the right answers. All right, let me get those points in, and then I will move on to the next one. All right, next one. No hints here for the first 20 or 30 seconds. I'll let people work it out. Doesn't seem that difficult. But you just never know with this one. That is right. A religious person. I think the last two words there, person, kind of gave it away for me. MJ, you guys have a Newmar too, right? So what model of Newmar do you guys have? I think it's a gas or just like ours, right? We've got the Canyon Star toy hauler model. Get those points down for MJ. One second. Baystar, those are really nice as well. We see a lot of Newmars at the parks, which is interesting because before we started looking, I had not really heard of Newmar, but that's because we always had travel trailers before. We didn't have a Class A. So good morning, Lucky Dog. Thanks for coming in. Just getting ready to go with another puzzle here. We're on the road, so it's a little bumpy. Please bear with us with that. Yeah, we actually had a Dutch Star right across from us in the Blueberry Hill that we were just staying out. But I mean, it was a nice, very nice unit, but it did not look like these people even cleaned it once after they drove it. So the front of it was just covered with marks from bugs that it basically looked like it sat on there for and baked in the sun. It was really sad. I've been dreaming of you. It looks like, let's see who was first on both my screens here. Henry does it. Henry does it. Yeah, I know. Actually, we thought for the first 6 weeks or so that we were there that nobody was there. So we thought maybe it was just sitting and nobody was coming back to it. But then they got there probably a few weeks before we left, and the slides were out and they were using it, and there was no attempt to clean it while we were there. It was I've been, IVE'. So Henry does it, gets the points. All right, we're going to do this one. And it seems a little bit difficult to me. We'll see if anybody gets this one right off the bat. I'll give a hint after 10 or 15 seconds. This is a person. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Thanks, MJ. We'll be on again tonight. If you and Izzy are able to join, you guys can play together. Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. Have a great time at work, and I'm sure we will see you soon on the live, either one of yours or one of ours or someone else in the community. All right, next puzzle. Let's jump right into it here. We left Florida yesterday. It was around 80 personal ads. Lisa, you got it. As I was saying, we left Florida yesterday. It was around 80 degrees. I think it was supposed to be 80 or 90 for the all foreseeable future. So springtime, summertime was already starting to hit there in March. Uh, we were enjoying it, but actually it was getting on that edge of somewhat too hot a couple of days when it was up in the 90s. But we're heading back, and now it's going to be like in the 40s the first couple of days. We're back in Kentucky and Missouri, so we're not real pleased about that. But it should get up in the 60s fairly quickly. We're only a couple of weeks ahead of where we thought we would be. 22 in Colorado, a few inches of snow. Yeah, I was out there last. It was just last week, right, Jessica? And it was actually 60s. It was beautiful. All right, another puzzle. This one might be a little bit more difficult. It Oh, Lisa, you're on a roll, I think. Let me double check both screens, make sure you're first on both. We have two correct answers. And yes, you are correct. You are first on both. So another 10 points for Lisa. Let's go to the next puzzle here. Get those points in. You have 40 points now, Lisa. Here's the next puzzle. Probably won't need any clues on this one. See if anybody jumps on it quickly. We did have a really good time in Florida. There was a couple things we were hoping to get to do that we didn't get to do because time ran out on us. Muhammad Ali, there we go. Lucky dog, 10 points. Let me see where you're at now. You're solidly in second place with 270 points. Let's go to another one right here. Another puzzle. And as I was saying, we did a lot of good stuff in Florida. We stayed at Bushnell RV Resort. We'll have a review of that probably sometime in the next 4 weeks or so. I should have that review out. We'll also have some content on some really cool places we saw along the way, and some fun things we did while we were there. A week from this Sunday, we will probably have another premiere, and it will be on the Elevated Distillery in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, which we only spent one evening there boondocking, but we got out to Elevated Distillery and did an interview with the owner and also some good footage of the actual location. A practical joke. Looks like Henry Does It is first on one screen. Let me confirm on my other screen. Yes. Full screens. Henry Does It. All right, let's jump to another puzzle. Before we do that, I am not sure who all's seen one of our recent funniest videos. We did a premiere with this one, had a really good time with it. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's definitely good for a laugh for Friday, get you going into the weekend with something happy and humorous rather than all the craziness that's on the news right now. You find a new puzzle here. This one looks kind of interesting. Let's give it a try. So it might be a little bit more difficult. Then again, I am surprised sometimes. Is this our Clarksville exit? So we're just pulling into Clarksville where we're going to sit for today while I get some work done after this session is over. I assume most everyone's probably somewhat taking it easy, staying in, keeping their social distancing. Oxford Dictionary is the correct answer. We don't really have any plans besides stopping for necessities, staying at our daughter's place for a couple of days, and then getting to our home in St. Louis. A lot of older homes to go full-time travel. We chose to put ours on Airbnb and VRBO, which we had bookings all the way up until second week of April, but they've all canceled now. So it's actually kind of nice. We do have a home to go back into during this time. So let's try this puzzle. Thank you, Lucky Dog. I had a lot of fun. I had a fun with that Uranus video, as you could tell. Chris was not quite as amused, especially after a long day driving. And she does probably especially during the weekdays, she does the majority of the driving because I'll work while we drive in a lot of cases. Hey, Will the Rocker, we are doing wonderful. Got to spell it out. Will, we have been doing some music trivia from time to time, so glad you're back. So Aaron, who was on when you were on one of our earlier one, was pushing for music trivia. So we started throwing in some music trivia every once in a while.
Don't know what that was. Okay.
Hello, Full Time Drive. Thanks for coming in. Recreational vehicle. That is correct. And it appears that Henry does it, spelled it out in time to get the points. Let me check the other screen. Yes. I get those points in, and we're gonna do some music trivia. Aaron isn't on here. He was nailing them fairly quickly. So I'm gonna go read some music trivia here, and I'm going to do a fairly easy one, maybe. Let's say, what was Elvis Presley's first hit in 1956? What was Elvis Presley's first hit in 1956? We're looking for Elvis Presley's first hit in 1956.
Is it? Can you tell me if it's clear?
Yes. Not blue suede shoes. Not love me tender. Not hound dog. Not jailhouse rock. I probably wouldn't have known this one either unless I looked it up.
It's a gospel, isn't it?
It's not a gospel one. That's a hint. Heartbreak Hotel. That is the correct answer. Lucky Dog gets it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more music trivia just to break it up here a little bit. This one might be interesting. Rapper Vanilla Ice had a hit song titled Ice Ice Baby. There were lawsuits because he sampled and used used a sample from another popular song. Please name the song that he used. And if you want to get extra points, naming the song is worth 10 points. But if you want to name one of the bands that actually had recorded the song, there was two bands that did this together, or two artists that did this together. If you name one of them, it'll be another 10 points. David Bowie, Under Pressure. And they did that song with Queen. So 20 points for Henry Does It. All right, back to the game. We'll do a couple more music trivia in just a minute. All right, we are sitting still now, so awesome. This is a thing. And it looks like Lisa's got it. $1 million. $1 million.
Medicine cabinet wasn't closed, I guess.
What was it?
Medicine cabinet wasn't closed. Perfect.
We had some things fall out on the medicine cabinet when we pulled into this Walmart here. So let me get this points updated and we'll go right to another session. It was a unique experience driving while doing this. We don't normally go live while we're driving, especially play a game. So I keep pulling from the wrong side of the deck. All right, here we go. Thanks for those of you that could join this morning. Fridays are usually lighter days. People are gearing up for the weekend. I suspect this weekend might be a little bit different. Maybe live sessions will be a little bit more well attended. More people at home, more people staying in, finding things to do that way. We are definitely going to have one tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to do anything else over the weekend. Sunday night, we are planning to do a premiere at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Thanks, Will. We're having fun with it. Once I look at my schedule for next week, we'll probably do another 3 or 4, 5 sessions next week. Couple in the morning, couple in the evening. Won't you buckle my shoe? That is close, but it is 1-2 buckle my shoe. Lucky dog. Very close. Henry does it, ends up getting it. Actually, let me look on my other screen. Willard, did you say they showed up on your screen? Let's see here. We've got. No, Henry does it was first with 1-2 buckle my shoe. Won't you buckle my shoe was close but not accurate. Let's do another here. This one could be fun. We'll do a couple more of these puzzles and then we'll do some more music trivia at a quarter till. Hey, Blue Wave, thanks for coming in. Pillow Talk, not quite. Not actually, not close. This is a thing, not a saying. This is a thing. And pillow is not correct. Neither is talk. Looking for a correct answer to this game, to this puzzle, and then in just a couple minutes, we're going to switch to some music trivia. Billy Goat. Lisa's got it. Billy Goat was the correct answer. Lisa, you're up to 60 points. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more of these before we switch over to some music trivia. This one could be a good one. Thank you for pointing that out, Jessica. I had the last one incorrect. Now I missed. Will the Rocker got Billy Goat, so Will actually gets that one. Sorry, Lisa. He was a little bit ahead of you. I missed it. So let me get Will down here on the board. And Blue Wave is on the board as well with Popeye the Sailor Man, unless I missed. Oh. Let me check both screens here. I got two screens. And indeed, Blue Wave has it. So we got Will on the board and Blue Wave on the board as well. Let me get those logged in. And Blue Wave. All right, let's do another puzzle. That seems to be a common theme on this game. We need more coffee. Okay, I've got to do this one. And then after this, we'll do 2 or 3 music trivia questions. I don't know about anybody else. I halfway tried to stop touching my face, or at least be conscious of it, but I rub my nose a lot. I'm having trouble stopping that one.
Yes, you do.
Yes, computer virus. Lucky dog gets it. Lucky dog. 290 points in second place. All right, let's switch over to some music trivia. Let me go to my list of music trivia here. What was Smokey Robinson's famous band called? What was Smokey Robinson's famous band called? The Miracles. It looks like I see Will the Rocker first on this screen. Let me check the other screen. Yep, Will the Rocker. The Miracles. 10 points for Will. Let's go to the next question. Tears of the I love the funny guesses. Pretty soon we'll see avocado, right? I see that one all the time. Captain Jack answers avocado to just like every question that he doesn't know, it seems like. All right, so let's do the next music question. Which famous American pop singer was born in the state of Hawaii? Which famous pop singer was born in the state of Hawaii? That's what the question says. I would assume there's more than one, but the one we're looking for is, let's change the question here. Which current American pop singer, which current popular American pop singer was born in Hawaii? I'm not looking for Don Ho. And I'm just reading out, I've got a music question trivia here, so I think that one probably should be corrected to current, or in the 2010 decade. Can anyone get that one? He recently performed at the Super Bowl. Not this past year, I don't think, but within the last few years, he performed at the Super Bowl. Bruno Mars, that is the correct answer. Bruno Mars was the answer we were looking for. So Lucky Dog gets it. Let's do one more music before getting back to the Mad Gab game. Let me find a good one. Which singer began her rise to fame as the winner of the inaugural season of the reality-based talent show American Idol? Chris is trying to answer it.
I did answer it. Okay, Kelly Clarkson.
But you're not. You can't. You gotta. You gotta type it into the comments. You gotta type it into the comments.
I got stuff to do. Anybody get it?
And it looks like Kelly Clarkson is the correct answer. Carrie Underwood won one too. There, I thought she was the first winner. I thought Kelly Clarkson won the second one. Hopefully, my website I'm using here for music trivia is not incorrect. It says she won the first season back in 2002, Kelly Clarkson, but I thought Carrie Underwood won one as well. Kelly won the first season.
It was like Priscilla.
It does look like Priscilla.
Not her.
America's Got Talent. Yep. Spice Girl. Mel B was a judge on there. All right, you got 10 minutes left. Let's get back to the game. Do a few more games here. Since You've Been Gone. That was a great song. Wasn't the answer we're looking for? Since You've Been Gone. That was what was the rock band that did that? Was it Boston? All right, here we go. Another puzzle. I imagine during the music trivia there was some of this going on.
Oh God, I just came across.
You should post that. We should post that, but showing my wife videoing me exercising. It gave her quite a laugh. I should post that to our channel.
Oh shoot.
How I stay in shape.
Yeah.
Anyone on this puzzle? During music trivia, I imagine a lot of you were doing this. Something you do to try to find the answers.
Googled it.
You can't just say the answer next to me. You've got to type it into the screen.
No. Not playing.
Anyone? Is my chat froze here? Do a Google search. Henry does it. Got it. Do a Google search. Here's the next puzzle. Will, I appreciate that. That's how I would do it too. Try to figure them out on your own. But it's so tempting when you don't know the answer to search on Google or say, hey, Alexa or Cortana or all those different things. We've got information at our fingertips. You can't really Google these answers to MadGab though. That's what I like about this game is it's pretty almost impossible, I would say, to cheat. Really, I mean, even if you had the cards, it would take you too long to go through and find the answer. I would think trying to go through the cards in the game to find out what we're looking for. Can't really Google it, and not really any way to cheat. Krispy Kreme donuts, Lisa. We're looking for. Okay. Um, it's interesting. I'm gonna have to make a judgment call here because there's a spelling issue. I think because the answers I see, nobody's got it exactly right. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to Lisa just because um, it's actually Krispy Kreme with K's, but then donuts is spelled out with Daughnnuts. But we're gonna give this one to Lisa because nobody had the exact correct answer. All right, we're going to go with the blue side here. I'll give it a 15 seconds or so, see if somebody gets this one. The Star Spangled Banner. Lisa, you're catching on, Lisa. Lucky Dog's right behind you on that one. Let me see. Let me make sure that's the same on both screens. Yes, Lisa got it. All right, next puzzle. We'll play a couple more puzzles and then we'll end with another music trivia. This one should be really easy, I would think. I'm not going to give any hints right off the bat here because I think it should be an easy one for people to get. And it looks like Lucky Dog has it. Michael Jordan, right before Lisa, but Michael Jordan is spelled with an A, so Lucky Dog is first with the correct spelling and also first on my screen. So a couple more of these puzzles before we switch over to some music trivia to finish it off. This one's going to be another easy one. See who's going to come in quick on this one. And it looks like Lucky Dog's first again. Yes. Ivanka Trump. Another one that seems like it might be fairly easy. Lucky Dog's up to 340 points, solidly in second place now. past artist on the road who isn't on this call. See if they join tonight. This is a place. Blue Wave Odyssey has got it. A lot of folks. Let me check my other screen because Lucky Dog came in right after Blue Wave Odyssey on my first screen. Just confirm that. Yep, Blue Wave Odyssey's first on the second screen as well. Oh, Canada! A lot of people in our park at Blueberry Hill were from Canada, and some of them left before us. And then we saw when we were leaving from Bushnell yesterday, lots of Canada plates heading north from Florida. So a lot of the snowbirds that were down there for the winter are getting back to their country before we see any border shutdowns. All right, this will be the last puzzle, and then we will do a couple music trivia to wrap it up. And then again, we have another session tonight at 9 Eastern time. And you'll probably get to meet a couple of my adorable grandkids on that call. And this is another person. Blue Wave. Blue Wave gets the last two puzzles. Good job, Bob. I assume it's Bob playing. All right, let me update the points here real quick for Blue Wave. All right, let's do a couple music trivia to wrap it up. Trying to find a good one here. Here's a music one. What inventor developed the solid body electric guitar that made rock and roll possible? What inventor? I have one of these guitars today. I imagine most people that have guitars have this. It's an inventor, not the manufacturer. It could be, but you have to type it in.
Oh, I'm going to the store.
Chris is trying to play here. Which inventor invented the solid body guitar? Looks. I'm putting up with harassment here. It looks like Will the Rocker got it right before Blue Wave. Les Paul, who we're looking for. And now I'm getting dog food, dog food, not dog poo, dog food thrown at me. Good job, Will. All right, let's end with one more music trivia before we let everybody go out and enjoy their Friday, and hopefully we see you tonight. This one might be difficult. It's in the same line of the Vanilla Ice question we had earlier. So in 2018, Pharrell Williams and Robin Thicke lost a lawsuit because they had basically ripped off some of the track. It's not Milli Vanilli. They were. That's a good question though. Pharrell Williams and Robin Thicke were ordered to pay $5 million to the state of which late musician because they ripped off one of his songs. You can't keep guessing verbally. You've got to type it in. Jeez. How many times?
One more time.
Stop.
Just stop. All right.
There we go. Lisa actually got this one. Marvin Gaye is the correct answer. Prince was a good guess. I think that's actually what and who you guessed first?
Yes.
She guessed Prince and the Milli Vanilli or something like that. but she's got to type it in. No points for you. All right, Marvin Gaye, Lisa gets the final answer.
Great.
So good job. Thanks everybody for joining. We will do another session tonight for Mad Gab, and we'll throw in some music trivia. And if people want to do some other types of trivia, we'll stick those in there as well. That way, if somebody doesn't do well at Mad Gab, they can stick around and have some fun with some of the trivia questions. So let me give a point rundown here after I log in those points for Lisa. First place is Henry Does It with 750 points. Second place is Lucky Dog with 340 points. Artist on the Road, who was not on this call, has 290 points. We've got a handful of people right around that 100 to 130 point range, and then a few just getting on the board today. So keep coming back and playing. We're going to have another session tonight, and then not sure if we'll have one over the weekend, but we'll have some more next week as well. And I will give updates on those. I'll be putting them on YouTube, so you can set reminder. The best thing to do is to go to the channel and hit that bell. Make sure you set all notifications so that when we go live or when we're about to go live, you will be able to see that we are doing so. And also, shout out to the other channels here, very close channels here. Blue Wave Odyssey has been very helpful to us. We've been following them for quite some time. There are quite a few streams tonight. I think we're at 9 Eastern tonight. And again, we don't do standard schedule, so we're not really on any schedule. We try not to pop against anybody, but it's hard to do now with so many lives. So we're gonna be live tonight for 9. So if you can join just for a little bit of time, and then go support the other channels as well, that's greatly appreciated. But make sure you say hi to some of the other people in here. The interaction across the whole community is wonderful. And like I mentioned earlier, we are going to have a live premiere of our next video, which is, well, it's right there on the screen. So it's more of a home video that kind of shows you our family, lets you get to know us. We've never done one of those before. We typically stick to travel or motorcycles or pets or charities type of content. But join that, chat along with us, chat along with some of the other channels. And until then, have a great day.